And I say never pay collections. A lot of people,
You
they
said
get
never
Really?
pay collections?
Pay for
I'm
what?
literally paying collections right now.
Why would you pay it?
Yeah.
I'm paying well, I was paying collections for 6 months in order to start school again.
Right. So once it collections, the company done with you. They write out that debt to the debt collectors. You can have it.
Wow.
Now, if you're gonna use that bank or whatever
Right.
cons, if you're gonna use them again, I'll say pay it
Right.
with them and say, hey,
But
I pay my
doesn't
debt.
so
Typically, that's what I did. 'Cause
so
I
it's
wanted
better
it alone.
to leave it alone than to pay it
Yeah,
off?
because once you pay it, they still ain't gonna take it off your credit,
So how
That's
do you take care of it?
crazy.
huh?
So when does it
You
drop
delete
off?
it. Credit
Af-
repair,
af-
Repair, you gotta get a
credit rebuild, restore,
Got you.
all day long.
Hey,
A lot of
man.
people don't know that.
Yeah,
I
didn't know
definitely be
that.
getting these guys cards,
I was just about to say.
before we
You gotta
leave.
fix that credit, man.
Yeah, definitely.
Credit is
Immediately.
more important than dollars.
Even with insurance, we talking about insurance also. When it comes to your insurance down payment, if your credit is bad, then most people are like, oh, I gotta put like $700 down. It's not everybody. That's just people that have bad credit. Typically, it should be spread across evenly on your monthly payment. But then, if your credit's bad, the company was like, I can't trust you.
Yeah.
So, I see a lot of times where people buy a new car and they're like, oh, my down payment was $700. I can't afford the insurance. Well, if you have good credit, you ain't gotta. You just
Right.
pay your monthly and that's it. You're good.
Yeah. So would you take $1 million or 800 credit score?
800 all day.
'Cause
I
you
can get
more.
2 million with that same
Yeah,
800.
Yeah.
I mean,
Or
but
8
at the end,
million.
but credit is to borrow money, right?
Right.
But if I already got
That's
$1
your
million,
money.
then what I need to borrow for?
Get an 800 credit score, though?
So I might as well take my $1 million. Yeah, I might as well take my $1 million.
Credit scores.
I mean, because
They
Alex,
probably not even worried about it
shout
at
out
this
to
point.
Alex, from last episode with Finesse Economics. He even said he was like, it had like a scenario: take an 800 credit
800 all
score
day.
or $1 million credit. Or $1 million cash. He said take the $1 million because the credit is for borrowing money.
Well, it depends on your lifestyle and what you're doing. Me, myself,
We trying to build
True.
wealth
Since-
long
yeah.
term. we're
So if
gonna
you just
use
thinking
it-
about today, you're going to
Yeah.
take the million because
Right.
I'm buy my car,
we
buy a
know
house.
We can get $1 million
Yeah.
through. Like,
Easy.
say I got an 800 credit score. I'm gonna go to the bank. I'm gonna go to 10 breaks and I'm gonna buy.
I'll get
all
$1 million
kind-
from each.
Yeah, and I'm gonna get I'm gonna go to get.
Then I got
they're gonna
10
give me a lot
million.
of credit
Right.
to buy a bunch of properties, and then I'm gonna go and buy a bunch of properties. I'm gonna fix them up. I'm gonna pull the equity out of those,
Then
and that's
I-
gonna be my cash. Put a tenant in there, and then
Yeah.
So I just think me personally, I prefer 800.
Just depends on your education and what you know about
Financial
money, financial literacy. If you don't know about money, of course you take the million because
Right.
you see the dollars.
Hey man, that's
Say-
guru right
say
there.
you don't-
Hey man, he a guru right there. I wish he was here right now.
Say you
Shout
don't
out
have
Alex.
the credit score, but you want to get into the whole investing thing that you want to do. You don't have a good credit score.
Right.
Like, say, all right, I see this house down the street. I've been peeping. Like, it's a vacant house. Like, what I want to buy it, but I don't have the credit.
So you-
what do I do in that
They
situation?
got options. If you want to buy it to live in it,
No,
or
I
you-
want to buy it, flip it, sell it.
All
buy
right.
it,
So
flip
what
it,
you do in
rent it
that
out.
situation is called wholesaling real estate.
Okay.
All right. You see a house like you said, vacant house. You're gonna act like you're gonna buy it. You're gonna put under contract like you're gonna buy it, and then you sell that contract to an investor like me. Say you get under contract for 50,000, it's worth 100. You sell that contract to me for 60,000, you make $10,000.
Advance. How
No,
you,
no cash, no credit.
how you put it on the contract? Like,
You
what's-
gotta one. I could send y'all one if y'all need one. But you put under contract with a basic one-page contract, or you can use the contract the realtors use, but it's 9 pages. You're gonna have to cross a lot of stuff out. So you use the basic one-page contract. You go to them. Hey, I would like to buy your house. Buy it cash within 30 days. Put under contract for 50. Turn around the next day, sell it to somebody else for 60.
So how I like? It's a vacant house. So how I find out who actually owned it? Like,
You'd have to
how-
skip trace that. So you get the address. You put. They got skip trace websites like REI Skip, skipgenie.com.
I need to get all that.
whitepages.com. You
Yeah.
see the vacant house, you put that address in it, they shoot you back like 8 numbers of the person who owns the house, relatives, sons, daughters, and all that. Call them up. I've been looking at your house. I see it's vacant. Most of the time they gonna be
They
like,
trying to get rid of
yeah,
it.
I've been trying to get rid of that house. I'm tired of paying taxes, or they might be behind on taxes, so they're gonna take 10 grand, 20 grand, because
Right.
it's just a liability to them.
Gotcha. What
You
you
also
was
can use the tax assessor office too.
Yeah, you can use the tax assessor office to find out who own it.
Okay. What I was gonna say.
Hit me with it, man. Hit me with it.
How do you feel about?
We'll get there, man.
Yeah. How do you feel about like buying those houses that are like auctioned off from people not paying their taxes on them and stuff
Tax
like
delinquent?
that? Yeah. Like, how you feel about?
That's basically like the house you just described.
Really?
Yeah, because most of the houses that you see vacant is tax delinquents, and they go to the auction and stuff like that, like the sheriff auction, public auction. I think y'all's might be every Wednesday at like 8 or 9 o'clock. That's the house that you see. Okay. People that go in foreclosure, stuff like that.
Okay.
Right, like you really dropping gems.
You gotta take advantage of that.
Have your whole you have a real estate investing business, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, what are some ways? Say I wanted to become a real estate investor myself. Like, what are some ways I would market this out to,
market your company?
Yeah, so people can send me.
So they
deals
got the cheap way, they got the expensive ways. How I started,
I be seeing.
I'm sure you see the We Buy Houses sign.
Yeah,
that's how you start.
Okay.
I started my company with $63. That 63 turned to 2,000, 2,000 turned to 50,000, that 50,000 turned to 1.3 million in real estate, all from $63. All from $63. So you got your cheap route, which is bandit signs. Then you can start paying like PPC, pay per click on Google. Like you type in We Buy Houses Baton Rouge. First in that pop up, they paying a lot of money for that. So you can do billboards. There's a lot of different ways. Tell everybody that you know what you're doing, and then people start contacting you, stuff like that.
So with that $63, what you bought, some signs?
Bandit signs, markers.
Started putting them out yourself.
Started writing. Little gas. Drive down the street, put a sign. Somebody called me, did the little wholesale transaction, made $2,000 in like 15 days. Took 2-3 hours of work.
And that was another thing. Like I wanted to ask you, what's like the turnaround time?
Just depends. Depends on that buyers list you got. Okay. If you don't have no investors, it's gonna take a while. Yeah. But in that situation, you see those signs you see, you contact another wholesaler, y'all do it together, and y'all just split the assignment fee.
Okay. Say I do have the money. I don't have bad credit, and I want to get into real estate investing. I buy this house. Now what? Who I gotta talk to to make this happen? I'm trying to flip
What you want to do? You want to flip it, rent it?
I want to flip it, then sell it.
Okay, so you see the house, you get under contract, you buy it. Well, first of all, you assess the house. Get it under contract? Of course, okay. Yeah. You assess the house, see how much damage is, see if it's worth it, because it might be worth 80, and they might be selling for 70. Then it's really not worth it. So you want to buy a house with a lot of equity.
Okay.
So again, we go back to the house that's worth $100,000. You buy it for 50. Like let's just say you put 20,000 in it. You're all in at 70. Then you put on the MLS
and
sell it.
Put 20,000.
20,000 worth of work. Repairs like floors, paint, whatever you need done.
Okay.
So you want to have equity in the house. So you're all in at 70. You go contact a real estate agent. You sell it for 100. Real estate agent usually takes 6%. So what you at 984? You make a profit of 24, just like that.
Say I don't want the real estate agent. I don't want to give.
You can sell it yourself. It just might take a little longer. Okay. So once you get a professional, you just let the professionals handle what they do. I'm not gonna try to sell a house myself. I'm trying to make some more money and work on more houses. So you just gotta build your business and your network.
Okay.
And treat it like a business.
So say you put, your work in, you all into it, but it doesn't sell in a good enough time. So you still like.
So you gotta have them exit strategies and have
some different
equity. So what you can do is put a loan on it and then rent it. Or if you in at 70, you can take out a home equity line of credit on the house. Then use that as more cash, buy more houses.
Gotcha. So you out of that completely?
Yeah. So you only want to buy houses that you have multiple options, multiple exit strategies.
Okay.
Yeah.
You ever found yourself in a situation where you were stuck in a house? And you
Shit, I'm stuck in a house now. Nobody wanted it, so I'm about to rent it. So me myself, if I'm gonna flip a house, I'm gonna make sure it's rentable. I'm not gonna flip a $400,000 house because maybe 8 people could afford that to rent that.
Yeah.
Rent probably be $2,000 or something like that. So I really flip houses $150,000 and under, because with that, most people could afford that, and most people could rent that. Because I can rent that for $1,000, $1,100. That's majority of rent anyway.
Gotcha.
So you just gotta be smart about it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't flip $1 million house, $400,000, because a lot of people can't afford that. So it's gonna sit. It's gonna sit on the market longer. Yeah. Well, if you get to California, $1 million ain't nothing.
Right.
So just depend on your market. You need to know your market, know your city, know the schools around, stuff like that. So don't just go out there and flipping any house you see.
Next house I find, I'm gonna call you, brother.
Call me, man.
So you like do a lot of like driving around for these houses?
I used to. So what I do now is basically tell people on Facebook, Instagram, you see a house, take a picture. Take a picture, you send it to me. If I buy it, I pay you $500 to $1,000. So you call them bird dogs. Or you use FedEx. Somebody work at FedEx. They drive around all day.
Yeah.
Right.
Post office. Well, mailmen, mail ladies. You see a vacant house, take a picture, make some extra money.
Gotcha.
So there's different options. There's options, bro.
I
There's
see,
options.
I see.
I'm always about making a little extra bread.
Yeah, man. You
gotta go.
riding around anyway.
Hey, look, man.
I know you see vacant houses all the time.
All the time. All the
Yeah.
time. Passing by. Lots and everything.
Yeah.
You purchase lots as well? Or?
Not really, but I can make something work with it.
Yeah.
Do you purchase like apartment buildings?
Yeah, that's what I want.
You do?
If y'all see apartment
That's a
buildings,
money taker.
mobile homes, let me know.
Fullplex.
That's what I want. Well, I'm looking for a full plex right now in Baton Rouge, Lafayette, or Lake Charles.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
I was about to say I could have told you a couple of them in Alexandria, but that's Alexandria.
That's kind of far. That's an option, though.
Yeah, it is.
Because you don't have to be in the same market that your rental properties are in.
Obviously.
Yeah. You got to have a plan.
So both of y'all entrepreneurs.
Yes, sir.
So what was some of the biggest challenges y'all facing in starting up y'all business, starting up y'all company? Like as far as getting the LLC, as far as having the money to, put into it, like what are some of the
Did you ever
biggest challenges?
consider quitting?
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
You can go ahead.
Well, for me, I started my business, like I was saying, I was at a funeral home beforehand. I started my business probably with like $100-something. I don't remember. Got a little office space.
Rent it out?
So
or,
Yeah.
Okay.
Got a little office space. Basically, my hardest thing was getting contracts with companies. So basically, I sat in there about a month, and I didn't make any dollars for that whole month because I had to get contracts first. So I was getting contracts all month, and then I was still selling kind of life insurance on the side, but it was my time was being on contracts. But I mean, for me, the hardest thing was getting my name out there. I would say, making people aware of that I'm good at what I do. So what I started doing was at first I started with social media, but then again it was like they don't really know me,
Right.
and so it take a little while. And so what I did was, and I'm gonna give a shout out to his name is Vernon Jenkins with Southwest Funding. Being that I do homeowners, what I did was I walked in his office and I said, hey, look, I promise you I will beat any homeowner's price for any of your customers, guaranteed, if you give me opportunity. And so the average, I knew how the market was set up in my for homeowners insurance. I knew that most agents wasn't selling policies under $800, like for homeowners. They were like, well, I'm not gonna waste my time because we make 15% of what the policy is, and so that's like chump change to some of them. They were like, I'm not selling nothing under 800, and so I was like, ooh, y'all done messed up now. Y'all didn't give me an opening. So what I did was basically identified a spot and I went into it. And so and they could tell you I was selling policies $598, $600. I was killing them. And then so what it was is my goal was to just sell as much as possible. It wasn't I was doing volume and doing great work. And so sometime we help coach young business owners and stuff like that. It's not always best to I'm trying to compete and be even with these people. It's be the cheapest in the market and worry about yourself and and be great at what you're doing. Make sure your customer service is on point. Make sure your policies, whatever you're selling is on point, and make sure you're doing the best at what you're doing. And then over time now I can dictate what I want now to a certain degree. They gave me my foot in the door, and now now I have so many mortgage brokers that send me business all the time. Car dealerships, over time. I have like 4 car dealerships that send me business, and that's what I'm big on that. Like the actual B2B, customer service like that. I don't do too much of that. Like customers don't really hit me up so much through social media like that. But they do, but not as big as much of my referral game. My big thing is on referral game, networking. Like what we're doing right here. This is an opportunity to network with people over over different platforms. And so what I started doing is I network. I joined organizations. I joined my Black Chamber of Commerce. I went to there's a group called 705, and I started networking with a bunch of different people. And before you know it, now in my area, I'm kind of known as the guy that can make things happen for your insurance. I insure events. I started insuring events. So, like y'all know, y'all ever heard of what a trail ride is?
Oh yeah.
Okay, all right. Yeah, y'all from there.
Right.
So I started insuring trail rides.
Wow.
That was something nobody was really doing. So I'm like.
Everything needs
everything needs insurance. So started doing trail rides, and before you know it became easier. And so over time, I've been doing it for my agency is a year and a half old, but over time, it's just not getting discouraged. That's basically what it is. Some days I wake up and I'll be like, I mean, I went a whole week without selling something, and I'll go a whole week with selling 4 or 5 policies a day. You know, and so you get what I'm saying. So it's just knowing that, you know, when it get rough and it get quiet sometime in the business, just keep pushing. Honestly,
That's crazy.
All right. Hey, look, shout out to Sport News again,
shout out to
man.
Sports News.
They really showing love,
Absolutely.
y'all.
Hey, well, look, we're gonna go ahead and take a quick break, but we're gonna come back in and continue the conversation. You still tuned in with Breauxs and Brews. What's going on, everyone? You are back with Breauxs and Brews. If you don't know by now, I am still Obati John Queese, John Whitman host,
Jay Flair.
Tiffany Torre.
and our 2 special guests, Matt, Mr. O'Neal.
Yellow.
What's up?
Right.
Man, so as I know before we went to break, man, just the knowledge and the struggles that you could potentially go through with, owning or just starting your own business, which, many like-minded people, want to know. You know, we're all in the process of trying to grow a brand and push our own different things. So,
As y'all can see, man, this guy started with $100 in his pocket. This guy started with 63. So it's all about being resilient.
Man. Yeah, absolutely, man. It's just being determined. So, Neil, like, what struggles or what advice starting off can you give to someone? Say they got, I can't say a budget, but just say that, someone who's starting off who, like, they may not know which way to go, but just from your experience, what advice would you give to them?
I'd say it's really not about the money. It's about the education.
Okay.
You got to educate yourself on what you're about to do and what you're trying to do. Because most people want to be a millionaire but don't know how to get there.
True that.
You got to make the 1,000 before you make a million.
Oh, yeah.
So-
Some people don't even know how to make $1 yet.
Yeah, right. So you need to find out what you really want to do, what you're passionate about. Don't look at the dollar signs. Look at what you love. So
Okay.
you love art, be an artist. You love music,
Play
well,
music.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So do it. I would say find what you want to do. Be passionate about it. Educate yourself and just start.
Okay.
Start from the bottom. Educate yourself. Get to the top. Fail forward. Fail while you're actually doing it.
Right.
And stay consistent. That's the main thing. Consistency.
Yeah,
Because
'cause
people,
it's easy to come yeah.
they start. Oh, it ain't working out for me. I'm done.
Right.
That's right. That's where your breakthrough come through. So
But you
stay
can't-
consistent.
You can't really say you love it if you can't go through the
Thank
rough
you.
pass.
Yeah.
Because if you really love it, you're going to stay with it.
And
Yeah.
most people just want to hit that million quick.
Yeah.
And realize
And they ain't go through the
$1
struggle yet.
Ain't even there yet.
You know?
That much
The
yet.
microwave generation.
Yeah, they want everything just to blow up
Business
quick.
that happens so quick.
True that.
Which
Yeah.
is possible, but what if it don't happen? Then,
Right.
you
So
know,
endure the struggle, man.
It's all
Everybody
different
struggle.
situations. Yeah. It's different
Jay-Z
situations.
struggled.
Yeah.
Diddy struggled.
Right.
But they stayed consistent. That's why they are where they are.
Absolutely.
So
Man.
that's what I would say. And educate is the most important thing.
So what about those guys when they get that million? Should you, what advice would you give to someone with that $1 million? Like, okay,
Million?
you done made $1 million.
All right.
Okay, man, I want to buy that dream car or I want to buy that dream house.
Me, myself, I would say invested in something that you like me, real estate, stock, stuff like that. Real estate most important because that's how most millionaires are made.
Okay.
95% of millionaires are made from real estate.
Man,
So-
I guess that goes to show how important land truly is.
Right, because they ain't making no more. So
Yeah.
it
Right.
go up in
Yeah,
value
right.
every day.
Yeah.
So why wouldn't you want to buy that? Stocks, that's cool too, but that's not my thing. So you putting your money on somebody else. So you can't really control it. Real estate, you control it.
Yeah.
You're the owner of your land. You're not the owner of that company.
Yeah.
So, but stocks is a good way to go to.
Hey, man, like,
It just depends on what you like.
I mean,
That's slow money,
Wall Street,
you know.
Yeah. Try to show you a little bit. Yeah.
You can go cryptocurrency if you want to.
Yeah.
So it's just
Yeah,
whatever
don't just
you
go
want.
out there buying.
Yeah,
anything.
don't-
educate
before you
yourself.
invest, educate what
don't
you about
just
to
go
do.
Buy a house in the middle of nowhere. You know what I'm
Thanks.
saying? Like,
Make sure they got a Walmart close.
Yeah, make sure something. Yeah, in the area. You know.
Make sure
I
they
think
got some
that's
stability.
the most important thing in real estate: location, man.
Yeah, location is everything.
Yeah.
They don't have no jobs. Who gonna live there? So come with education.
Come on, man.
So is it more so like a prize with those guys who buying like these small islands and just
Well, if you got the money, I don't see why not. If you want to be by yourself,
right?
I don't see why not.
Yeah, man.
Right, and it's not about the money. Everybody,
Yeah.
don't do it for the money. Do it for the
Okay.
passion.
Yeah.
You don't need a lot of money to start a business, as you can see.
Right.
And the money is there if you need it. If you got good credit, you can get business credit,
True that.
which I provide.
Right.
So
So talk about your
getting on
credit,
that
your
business credit, if you can start an LLC tomorrow and get business credit the next day. So all you need is an LLC, a EIN, and that's it.
Wow, really?
You can get rewarded from 5,000 to 250,000.
Yeah. I mean, well, obviously your score.
Yeah, you gotta have a 680 higher, but the higher credit score you got, better credit score you have, you can get more money.
Hey, that
So-
works. That works. Man, so tell the people about your, credit repair and
Right.
how important,
So
it
credit
is.
repair, a lot of people think is illegal, but credit could get restored, rebuilt. So if you got bad credit, call me. 337-371-7488. And it takes time. You can mess it up quick, but it takes time to repair.
Okay.
Average is like 3 to 6 months. And everything can get deleted.
What?
Average time is 3 to 6 months.
Man, that's not a long time.
But people don't want to spend their money to do it.
So I don't know if you want to speak on it now, but what's something like that typically cost?
About $600.
Okay. Up front, or is it
No,
broken
you
up over the months?
monthly.
Yeah.
Or you can just pay it up front. It's up to you.
Yeah.
But most people, got a little budget, so
Right.
you can break it down. We charge $189 to start off.
Okay.
Start off fee, and then $89 a month.
Man, ain't
It's not
man.
bad.
Yeah, man.
People spend that on shoes.
Right. It really.
So what's more important, your credit or your shoes? You get good credit, you can buy all the shoes you want.
Man.
So it's all about the mindset, like we said earlier.
Yeah, definitely. Hey, man, I know a lot of people who are trying to repair their credit. I myself trying to repair.
Hey,
so
let me know.
Hey, man, we'll be talking afterwards.
Right.
Yeah,
You know,
let me
so-
give y'all my Instagram again. Real estate period entrepreneur.
Hey, go and check
Slide
them
them
out.
DMs. I'll be waiting for it.
Yeah, shoot shots, man. Hey, man, any more advice and courage that you may have for?
Stay consistent.
What about piggybacking? Talk about piggybacking.
What, with credit? Well, he talking about piggybacking. That's when you know somebody like Matt. If he got good credit score and he has credit cards, he can add me as an authorized user.
That's right.
Gonna boost me up 30 points, 40 points, straight like that.
Does
But
it-
gotta make
is it-
sure.
Is it at risk to him?
No risk to him.
Well,
His
as
good-
long as my card's staying in my
Yeah.
card, you know what I'm saying?
His good credit is reflecting my credit, but my bad credit not gonna reflect his good credit.
As long as I'm making a payment
Yeah.
consistently, he would get
Benefit.
benefits that
You want to make sure you choose somebody that got actually good credit.
Right.
And and then the credit line also matters too. So
Yeah.
Say the person have say if I had a $10,000 credit card, $15,000 credit card, it's gonna reflect as him as a line of credit. He
Right.
have a credit line for $15,000.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we
so
talking
somebody
about.
that have zero credit, you say you jump on, you piggyback off of somebody's credit card, and then you're gonna on your credit report is gonna show that you had $15,000 in credit.
Wow.
And if but it's also gonna show the debt also too. So if the person have a credit line of 15 and they've spent 8,000 or 7,000, that's not good actually.
Right, yeah.
So if they have one for 15 and they spent like $2,000-$3,000, that's pretty good. So also make sure that person is their credit the debt to income, not the debt. What is the other credit utilization number? The credit utilization.
When it comes to credit cards, they want to be under 30%, but 10 to 20 is better. And when it comes to credit and credit cards, all your credit cards, if you got 5, they're all 1 on your credit report. So if you got, so if you got 5 and they each 10,000 apiece, you got a line of credit of 50,000.
Wow. Okay.
A lot of people don't do that.
Yeah. So don't max them out, people.
Right.
That's money you don't have.
You might have
True
one
that.
at 10,
Yeah.
you have 0 on it, but then you have 2 that's filled at 10.
Yeah.
And then
Your credit, yeah.
Your utilization is high.
It's good to use credit cards if you know how to use them, because you can get free points, rewards, travel free,
Right,
hotels for
right.
free, flights for free. So
I mean, how often, if a
Cashback.
new, a student or a young person or anyone who just get a credit card for the first time, man,
Right.
like how often should they use their credit card? Just
I'd say if you have the money and you need to spend it anyway, I'd say use it. Make sure you got a good credit card.
right.
So that's what I do.
A credit card that have awards.
Like
You don't
I
want
go and I say if I make McDonald's and I'm like, okay, I have the money and I have my credit card connected to my bank account to where I pay it. So then I'll be like, all right, cool. I might spend my McDonald's here and there like 4 or 5 times. Then the next week I'll pay it off. So
Right, definitely. I mean, because me personally, I love to pay on things. Like
Yeah.
if they got
You gotta have
layaway,
debt to have good credit.
Yeah,
That's
man,
crazy.
Like I say, man, if they have like a layaway or any type of payment plan,
Let me get that.
I actually, prefer to pay on things like that. Yeah, because
So you
it's-
like bills?
Nah, man, but it's really like, say if you get your cell phone bill, it came in came in on October 31st. They say you have until November 20th to pay it. I just feel like most people will wait till the 20th to pay
Yeah.
it. But me personally, man, each week up until then, I'm putting something on it.
Yeah,
That's
that's
what I
smart.
mean by,
When it comes to credit cards, you want to pay it before the due date. So they have a statement date and then a payment date.
Okay.
Statement date is when they report to the credit bureaus. It's usually about a week or two before your due date.
Okay.
Probably most of the time a week.
Yeah. Hey, definitely, man. Job and Jules. So let's go ahead and get into our another segment, special segment, which we call Tiffany Talks. How you doing, Miss Torre?
I'm doing excellent. I'm actually a little under the weather, if y'all couldn't tell already by the way.
Yeah,
I've
we
been
can
talking.
notice. I'm glad that you're here, though,
I'm
fighting
excellent.
through it.
Right. You know, I had to.
What we got going on in the entertainment world?
So, well, in my entertainment world, in my head, I've been listening to a lot of Yellow Beezy. He's an artist out of Dallas, Texas, most specifically out of the Oak Hill neighborhood. Basically, he hit the scene early 2010s, but he's just now getting his notoriety thanks to the song That's On Me.
That's
Now,
on me, baby.
Literally, that song.
And we do not
in
own
the
rights to that
first-
song.
Right. Because they like to snatch stuff off of YouTube.
Yeah, absolutely.
But no, he literally released the song, and within 4 months of it being on YouTube, got 4 million hits, which I think is amazing.
That's pretty big.
You know, the song did
That's
come out.
numbers that-
It came
yeah,
out last
like-
year, but it's
Popular
you know
now.
how it go. They'll release
It's kind
it.
of like booed up.
Yeah, like I'm about to say,
Yeah,
like Ella May.
Booed
Yeah,
Up.
yeah.
She
They're
was
like
literally
2 years
performing,
ago.
right? She was literally performing Booed Up, and people literally were like booing her, y'all.
Mm.
And the girl, you know, we know that story. But no, I really wanted to get into the Torre Diary blog.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
starting next week, I'm gonna be doing a 3-part series on groups. The first group that I'm gonna try to give them their notoriety, is the Roots. I'm gonna try to
Love 'em, man.
very big
Love,
group.
love the Roots, man, because then they, they're the band for Jimmy Fallon's,
Yeah.
Late night show.
That
yeah, shout
story,
out
y'all
the
should definitely check out his
mean-
interview with the Breakfast Club, because that story of
Man,
how
yeah, I watched it. Yeah, I
that
watched
story
it.
was
Yeah,
so
man,
dope.
I love Jimmy Fallon, man. And Seed was like he mentioned that song. That's a song that I love with Chestnut. Somebody.
Yeah, the Seed. It was on.
Y-
A lot
yeah,
of
the
people
Seed
just now.
2.0 or something
Yeah,
like
the
that.
Seed
Yeah,
2.0.
yeah.
That's my song. But
Yeah.
and that one in there's another one on that album with Music Soul Child. Y'all know it. I'm calling, baby, I'm
Yeah.
helpless. Out to that
Okay.
song. But no, I'm trying to. Y'all, I'ma tackle it. Y'all pray for me,
Yeah.
because that's a big group.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely,
And
absolutely.
then the week after that, I'm gonna do Little Dragon. Y'all probably don't know of them, but they have a bunch of really dope songs that were featured on a lot of dope, movies and TV shows. And then after that, I'm gonna do Diddy Dirty Money, because Last Train to Paris is one of my favorite albums, and it doesn't get its just due. So that whole week, I'm gonna be, putting it on.
Busy,
So-
busy.
Got a lot of work ahead of you.
Hey,
Yeah, I
a lot of
do.
work ahead,
But
man.
I'm excited for it. Y'all definitely check out the Torre Diary blog on Tumblr. That's the Torre, TORREE diary.tumblr.com. Y'all check me out. Tell me what y'all think.
Hey, man. And there is another segment of Tiffany Talks.
I gotta get like some music or something.
I know. Hey, man, we got to work on something with that, man. We got to work on it. So now I guess it's time for like a few, what we call wild card questions. We've spoken about them a lot. And I'm pretty sure our viewers have heard these questions, but we only feel that it's right to get, so many different input.
Yeah.
As we know. So I guess the first one to start with.
Go ahead, ask your favorite one.
Damn. All of my favorite. How would you feel if your significant other told you that you were not pleasing them in bed?
Baby, what do you want me to do?
How
How could I change? If not, we need another person to come in or what?
Right.
I'm just playing. I'm just
You
playing.
open to the idea.
Only if it's another woman, not another man.
Hey,
Right. But I don't know. I'll just ask what I need to do,
Yeah. I mean,
We
like
can spark it up.
So you're
Yeah.
a constructive
But
criticism type of person.
Yeah. So I think it's always good to have some spark.
It wouldn't shut you down in any kind of way.
Me? Nah.
I mean, given that you're in a relationship with this person you love,
Not really, because I'm not that type of person.
You-
Okay.
you-
I like the truth.
Okay.
You know?
Right.
So, we might have to bring out the heels and cuffs or something,
Right.
The role play.
I mean,
Yeah.
but
It
but
just
you
depends.
think that you've been doing your thing this whole time,
Yeah. They probably have been thinking, who else you...
right? Okay, so
How you
you
know
told me that you like
know
that.
this
You don't
man?
like
right,
Yeah. Who told you it was bad? You know. So that just had me thinking.
What's your
Yeah.
Right.
What you comparing this to?
What you comparing it
So
to?
y'all get
Yeah.
into relationships with virgins. This is what y'all saying.
Nah. I don't want that. I'm sorry. I don't want
Why
that.
don't you?
Cause they get hooked.
They get hooked.
Right.
You think so?
If you really
If you
think-
drop
I mean,
it
I
good,
think it's on both sides.
if you
know?
drop it good,
I think it's both sides.
I'd
too.
rather you
Yeah,
get a
because
little
if
run through before you come hit me. I'm not gonna stay run through like that.
I was about to say, 'cause you
Hey man, if that's what you like.
At least a couple. At least
Zero to like.
Yeah.
At least a couple bodies. So
Oh.
that's not on me.
Whoa, whoa.
I agree,
One or two?
I agree. And when it's
'Cause
versus
I don't wanna be the
same
one.
thing.
Does-
You know what?
I want to say something earlier about what you was talking about. So for me, my question is why would that take so long for it to be something you would say if y'all been in a
I
relationship?
mean, who says it's taking
So-
all this
oh.
time? Maybe it's in the beginning.
Oh, in the beginning, see. For me, I'm a communicator.
So you need
So
that
like,
in the
and even
beginning.
doing like sex, I'm trying to figure out exactly
Right.
what
What's-
you like it
yeah.
from there. And if I'm gonna ask you, like, if that's what you know, afterwards I'm gonna ask you, like, say the first time, like, you know, you
What you
feeling
like,
that,
what you
or
didn't like,
even leading up,
leading
up to it, we talking about that. You know,
Hey, man,
we having that kind of conversation.
Hey, look, man, it's so crazy because, like, you know how, man, I don't know the author, but you know, like those little, like a book that your mom might have read, like the little sex books and
Yeah,
that, like,
like
you know,
erotica.
yeah. So,
I don't.
you know, so
I
my,
never catch my mom.
nah, you know,
You gotta
is
feel
it Zaire?
Zane?
Zane,
Zane
yeah,
Sex Chronicles.
yeah. So right, so you know, my mom might
I
have.
know about that.
You know, so my mom, you know, like I might be using the bathroom. My mom left it on the back of the toilet when she was reading it or whatever. You know, I read through it just to get like a little excitement of it, right? And I think I read. Hey, look, man, I think I read.
I'm tearing it.
Hey, man, I think I
Y'all-
read at
they
some
definitely
point.
have,
it was like
a show now.
oh wow, they do.
They do have a show now.
And you know, in the book it was like if a man handled his business, he ain't got to ask how was it. So my whole thing was like,
True.
I'll never ask a woman like.
Why?
I don't
No,
either.
that's
Not.
I
we
used
can
to
talk
when
about
I was
it.
younger.
We could talk about
When
it.
I was
like,
young, I
you know,
used to
did
ask.
you-
I don't ask now.
Now it's
If
like
it's good, they gonna
if
see
I
it.
really felt like I handled my business, I ain't gotta ask you.
Huh?
You know what I'm saying? How
I
I
was
did.
about to say, what if it's like the little nuances that
All right,
she
let's
want, you
let's
know
talk
what I mean?
about from a woman perspective. If it is good, wouldn't you mention it?
Of course. I'm
Bam.
not gonna
Yeah.
stop talking
I don't
about
ask.
Yeah,
I'm
I don't
not
have
gonna
nothing to
stop
say
talking about
because
it.
You're
But-
not-
but
sometimes
but
a girl
there's-
can love you. So this is why I can say this too.
'Cause
So a
there's
girl can be
ego.
in love
There's
with you,
ego
and she will be
involved.
like, "I'm not gonna bruise his ego." So I think you have your due diligence as a person to say, "I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna ask you like, what you know." But leading up to it, I'm thinking of.
See.
If it is good, they'll want it again. If it's
That's-
bad,
okay,
if it's
so
bad,
She could be.
Nah.
It could be just because
True that.
Right.
I mean,
It could
true
just
that.
be
True that. Mag got a point there.
It could
True,
be.
she could be living-
it
She could be laying
something
down when
that
she get
you
y'all
do,
married.
But y'all,
True.
Yeah.
a girl can come back, and I know this from experience.
Go ahead, let's
I'll
hear it.
come back to it and not like everything about it. I guess
Well, yeah.
the question is like,
I'll say everybody don't like everybody but the other girl. I mean,
Yeah.
partner. I'm sorry.
Right.
I'm saying, but like you wouldn't want to know like
What I can improve in.
what's gonna make her toes curl? Because it's like you can. Have
You better look
good
at them
sex.
toes while you're doing it. You
You
know.
can have good sex
'Cause
and
it's-
not
Yeah.
be pleasing her mind.
You
That's
right.
What I'm saying.
See, that's another thing. Yeah, mentally.
I mean, but see, that's so
Well,
much.
Because
women,
women are
That's
women
so much
emotional.
different.
Yeah, they
That's so
they
much.
We're
emotional.
emotional.
Emotional
we're mental.
creatures.
Yeah.
Like you
So,
gotta do it.
You
You
gotta
gotta-
do. Sometimes you gotta put in a little extra effort if you want it to be even more.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, I've been
If you want it to
told,
be,
like, you know, from
extra.
experience, like, oh, like you're, you know, you didn't foreplay long enough or whatever.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
foreplay's a
saying?
big
That's
deal
all
when it
women-
comes to
that-
women.
yeah.
Hey,
Foreplay's
you know,
a big
like,
deal.
you know, but you told me, like, you texted me at 12:30 and was like, "What you doing?" I mean, 12:30 a.m. What you?
So she
I'm
didn't
coming
really-
in
so
to
she
do
didn't really
it.
foreplay.
You should already be ready.
I'm not trying to. Yeah, I'm not trying to do all of that.
What you mean?
Yeah, I'm not trying to do all of that.
So let me ask you this. So like we talking about this foreplay.
I'm sneaking through the window. I don't have time to be trying to do all of that. No, like.
So my thing
time.
is, if we both know where we at, like mentally, like what
Yeah,
we're trying
yeah,
to
yeah.
do, so is like foreplay always needed because we know what we like. I mean, not need, but how long is it needed for? That's what you say.
That depends
It
on
depends
the
on
woman.
the
That
woman.
depends on the woman.
But
Yeah.
you know, cause
Foreplay. So we're talking
you
about
consider
rubbing, touching. We're not talking
I
nothing.
love that.
Nothing is being penetrated yet. That's
I love
foreplay.
foreplay.
That's foreplay.
But you see, but I mean, I would say like, I mean, for a guy, I mean, you know, I mean, foreplay can take so long to where it'd be like.
Foreplay
like,
doesn't
man,
have
like,
to be
I'm
boring for
having-
you
Because-
though.
because
Because
at
foreplay
some
also
point-
includes BJs. So that's That's foreplay.
I love foreplay. Try it again.
Okay, then that's.
I feel like me personally, I feel like foreplay should be fun. For
Yeah,
both.
right.
True that.
It should be
Well, see,
getting
I
us
didn't know
excited
that though.
for.
I didn't
I
know
make
that
sure
was-
she's
I didn't know
satisfied
that
before
was
I-
included in it. Yeah,
before I
I didn't know.
dig
I
dip.
thought it was just like like.
No, because how you gotta have her? You gotta have her being like,
Yeah, you gotta have it
There's-
soaking.
You gotta
There's-
like build some
there's-
anticipation behind it. You know
Yeah.
what I'm
"It's
saying?
coming too."
Yeah,
Like
like-
that's how you gotta have
Right.
her. You
Yeah.
know?
I kind of thought it was like, if you're sitting on the couch watching Netflix, y'all
Nah,
doing like a
man.
little touch,
It's,
kiss a kiss.
so it's basically
a
just
feel,
leading
feel.
before sex.
Yeah, like I mean,
We
that's
like to
kind
have
of
a
what
rise in
but I
action,
didn't know
too,
it was like.
like-
I didn't know like
Instead of just
I'm with the
climax.
foreplay, dog. You get their mind
That's true.
locked in.
But but it's like, it's not long enough. See, me, I'm thinking, if you like, this is the side of the bottle here, excuse me, if you got a little, a little moisture, I think we are good. I
So
think
it's
we good
only
to
if
go.
there's
I
moisture,
read-
you're good to go.
I
That
read
sucks.
like a scientific study.
That
I read a
sucks.
scientific study that
Oh, Lord.
most women
the
don't.
professor.
You know what I'm saying? They don't orgasm from penetration. And most
Yeah.
Yeah, from foreplay.
From foreplay.
Ah,
So
yes, sir.
That's
You
why.
better
I'm ever give a little
I'm-
tip
I'm-
for the fellas.
Yeah, I mean, I agree.
When I was
yeah,
back
yeah.
in the game, I used to full play a jet.
Ooh, that's rude. That's rude.
You gonna call me back though?
Of course.
Bam.
Of course.
Right.
You got it locked in,
That's
dog.
real
Right.
strategic.
Because everybody else, they want to hit it and quit it.
Exactly.
I'm gonna hit the full play, then I'm going.
Okay.
You got to be different than everybody else.
He
You're a
bringing
real
parts.
disciplined brother.
Yeah, you
gotta
can't
be
be
I
like
feel like
you
you
can't
have
be
to-
like every other
You
man.
gotta have a certain type of discipline.
Yeah,
to do
she
all
gonna want
that
me
and
more than I
not-
want her.
It's
She
usually
locked
guys
in,
like-
bro.
See, the girls
Come
that
on.
do that too.
Right.
I mean, man,
And-
can have
and
a
you be
girl
locked
that'll,
in,
like,
right?
Really like
do.
And you be
like
like,
have you thinking.
you gotta do the opposite.
Man,
so
thinking
she
it's
gonna
all
give you the
good.
BJ and jet on you.
Oh, come on, man.
You gotta do the opposite, fellas.
Hey, look, man, I'm heartbroken at that point.
Yeah.
Man, I'm heartbroken at that
Your old
point.
lady.
Or she doing it, you never hit the climax. You could be like,
Yeah, I'm talking. It's
think
I got to go. I'm like,
Yeah.
whoa, wait.
That's a
wait.
selfish
So
love.
would you pursue it?
But see, if it's
That's a
bad,
selfish-
It's not
but
selfish,
if
it's smart.
Man, okay,
No,
thank
I'm
you.
talking
Like, I'm
about,
glad you
like-
stopped. But but at some point, yeah.
But so you can't. I feel like you can't judge off that because like, what if her head game is whack, but her
Yeah.
it's
that
like
thing,
one?
yes.
I
You
know,
missing
but,
out on supreme premium.
but I'm only going off what you're giving me. I can't go off of what
First
I can't go off of what.
First impressions.
I can't go off of what I haven't gotten yet. You know.
Person mad, I guess, yeah,
Hey.
So and it could be the opposite. She could give you some fire top, and then it's just whack.
Bonk.
True that.
Try.
True that.
Sorry, babe,
True
we
that.
done.
Yeah, I was like, I didn't mean to disappoint you in a kind of way, but
Dang.
one by the count up for me. So,
All right. So next question. Next question. I guess this for everybody.
I was about to say,
Does
don't
the
leave
body
me out.
count matter?
Ooh, yes.
I said yes in the sense of.
Well, we
I don't
getting
want a
old now.
virgin.
Get old now.
I don't
We
want a
getting
virgin.
old now.
Yeah.
I'm definitely not gonna ask.
That's smart.
But see,
I
I
don't
asked though,
ask.
man.
I'm not gonna ask.
I wouldn't ask out of curiosity.
I'm not gonna ask.
to see if
But do
you're
you
gonna
be wanting to
lie,
know
but I don't
sometimes?
care.
In a relationship, then we gonna start talking about it. Like,
Yeah.
You might get your heartbroken during the middle of it.
Yeah.
But I mean,
I say don't ask me.
You feel
'Cause
like
I-
you have to know?
Huh? No, I don't feel like you have to know, but I mean, you gonna talk about it.
I want to know.
Yeah,
But I'm
like,
saying like
I wanna
like,
know.
you-
Not like
but at this
numbers
age, 'cause I'm gonna be
specifically.
25, so like at this age you won't ask.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You hit. Okay, so
Let me
you
ask
know,
you this: why do you want to know?
man. Why do I want to know?
Matter.
I mean, but why
It
do I
don't
want to know?
matter.
It's say because I'm 24, right? And she 24, and then she come to me and be like,
So what's a well? No.
about to say
Let her finish what he said.
and she come to me and be like, yeah, it's been like
She probably started when she was
30 or
14.
40.
Oh
I started-
no.
that's
30.
So that matters.
That's
That's a deal
that's
breaker for you.
that's
Wait,
bad.
wait.
I mean, if it's like 10,
To
like,
be my old lady or just to bounce
Your
bounce?
old lady.
No, sir.
oh no,
That's
man,
a deal
because
No, sir.
I'm
I'ma go out in public and everybody be laughing at me,
Just
dog.
said
Hey,
you
look.
wanted, you know.
No, sir.
In
It
different
could,
areas.
I was about
I
to
mean,
say it could be 30 and she was on the low with it. She was respectable with
So
it.
she just a
no, man. that's
she
not
just a
cool.
low key
I
hoe.
just want to know because
Over time, 30.
man, 14 years.
What?
I mean,
I wouldn't
Yeah.
care if because
yeah. If she started when she was 16,
I
mine
wouldn't
is
care.
24.
So let's just get all the fellas' opinion. What
Yeah,
y'all
so-
think? 30.
A year. That's so. You
That's
said it'd be
3
30
different.
When she
partners a
started.
year.
When she started though.
Huh?
When she started.
16.
She started normally 16.
That's
Yeah,
a lot, bro.
Normally
Yeah,
16.
yeah.
But
What?
we got some early balloons. We got some late balloons.
I don't know
True.
about that.
I mean, I
brother.
started when I was 14.
Me
so,
too.
I mean, if a woman asks me, I have no choice but to be honest. But it's so much different. So
Right.
it's like, So because I picture the worst. Oh, damn,
That's why I
you
just
was in
don't
like
ask.
the club
Yeah, you might as
bathroom.
well just not
You was
ask
in the
about
back
that.
seat
Or-
of the car.
Yeah.
You
One
know-
night stands. Like
I
I
think everybody had one of those before.
I was
What?
about to say, and if
A
you
one
went-
night
a
stand.
one night stand.
I don't know.
Yeah.
So
I mean that right there. I mean, it's not gonna make me like, because to me
It'll
it's
make you
like,
look at it
because it might sound crazy. I might sound crazy in my head. I want to seem like I'm the only man that you ever been with.
Yes, sir.
But that ain't reality though.
That's
It's
not
not reality. It's not realistic.
Before I would say you're not gonna find one
No,
body on the.
That's
like,
why I
no-
say.
If she
That's why I
lying,
say
if
I
she say she got-
mentally.
If she,
I
PSA,
mentally-
if she say she got one body, she lying.
lie.
Probably got 20.
Multiply
Multiply by 3.
J. Cole said you gotta
Yes,
multiply
I
by
ne-
3.
See me, I never believe what a girl says. So
I was
that's
about
why I
to
don't even
say,
ask.
True, so,
Honestly,
yeah.
I think you
never have
slept with 30
believed
anyway.
anybody.
It could have been 2.
I don't
I've
know,
never
man.
believed anybody as. That's why it's like, what's the point of asking nowadays?
I ain't
So
asked.
old, I think it doesn't matter. I'm
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean,
I mean, like the older you
like,
get, and you see a woman, she got
like,
3 kids. You already know
First-
what she been doing. Like, yeah.
I
yeah.
say if you're interested in women, you got to get the whole facts. Ask everybody, you know, what you know about the girl, you know?
and see if they don't come up with nothing.
Yeah.
My thing is, as long
She
as
coulda
none
still
of
got
my-
Yeah.
And then y'all from like a smaller area too, so you might have somebody who like
As long
as she
everybody,
not
you know.
around
Man, I
Yeah.
ain't know about 5 people that hit that.
Oh.
No,
Yeah.
sir.
Right.
It's going to be hit and go.
Yeah, yeah.
But
I'll
it's,
hit
you
a
know, I'm like this. I'm not asking your body count. It doesn't matter.
If a woman
But
talking about she
if
got,
if you like say if your body count might have 3, and then somebody like I know, like I'm like kind of close.
but see,
to,
I think
then
that's
that
really
changes.
why I
worse.
asked.
That's
That's
just
that's just
worse
as worse
as
as 30.
I think that's
Yeah.
really why I asked
So I think-
because I don't
I
want to
prefer
know, you know.
I'd rather know.
I don't
if
want
it's
me and my
somebody close to-
homeboy to be,
Yeah.
you know, in that same situation. I don't want to be like,
like Usher and thing same girl.
So does that
We
make her?
messing with the same
that
girl.
make
Yeah, I don't want
her,
that. I don't want that.
What's the word? I don't want to say.
Yeah, H word.
Yeah.
Nah,
Say it
nah,
like
Make her-
nah,
I don't
nah,
think-
nah, nah,
Because it's just
nah.
a coincidence.
I feel
Yeah,
like
it's really just the actions,
I
you know,
feel
that goes
like
along with it.
garden tools.
There you go.
It is what you make it. Honestly.
Yeah, I mean, like, can you classify
How
a
you
girl
carry yourself.
as a garden
like it
tool
has a-
What is the
for?
definition
What
of
is
that?
considered a
makes
garden
one
tool?
What
I
makes
feel like
one?
what
I
makes
feel like
hear this,
one-
let's
how she
hear this.
carry- How she carried
What
herself.
do you feel?
What type of dude she's smashing,
And how many times she smashed?
and how many times she's smashing.
That's considered a garden tool.
I feel like if
Yeah.
it's 7 days in a week and
If
you
you-
done had
if
like
you
3
carry
different
yourself
things up
sloppy-
in you like that, then
Oh,
you
yeah.
kind of meet that. Or if we in the party, you with my homeboy over there, and then you coming all up on me.
Oh, yeah.
Flirting is
Yeah.
different. I feel like flirting is different.
But see,
you-
I think flirting can lead to
Flirting leads to it.
If you
Yeah,
flirting
but
with
what if
dude
she
in
like
the
a
I don't
hot
like a
flirt?
girl that flirt
What
with
if she a
everybody. I like the
tease?
mean ones.
What if she a tease?
I don't like
You
that.
said you like the mean one.
Yeah, I don't want no girl flirt with everybody. You thirsty,
You
baby?
have a
Yeah.
barrier behind you.
Yeah.
I get through the barrier. Not a lot of people get through the barrier. So you mean that's his.
Yeah, because my whole thing,
I'm not with the
yeah,
thirsty
man.
ones,
I
though.
just really be wanting to know like the mental of you. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like the, you know, are you easy?
Right.
Like you say you
Thank
got 30 buys, but were
If
you
you
just
easy,
like 30 easy?
it's just gonna be an
Obviously,
easy
at
night.
least- yeah, so
ain't
it's
going
like,
nothing
then
better.
I know how to judge.
30 bodies
Like I have
that
to.
hard to come by.
I mean, at 25,
Yeah.
yeah.
Girl in 30 years. 'Cause so
30
So
years.
there's a double. So
I mean,
obviously
yeah.
there's a double standard.
in
Y'all
years.
can do 30, but if she got
No, it's
30,
not- I mean,
Nah, I mean,
I won't
it's
ask, so I
easier
won't
for-
know.
I'd be afraid.
I'm with you. I'm with you.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd be afraid
You
to.
said it's harder for a guy to do 30.
Yeah, we actually gotta put in
not
the
8
work.
years, but
Well, yeah,
you
not
should be able to
8
do it.
I mean, well, I can't say that's.
It's crazy if you can't.
I can't say that was hard for me, but.
You should be able to
I
do
was
it.
about to say if you can't
But no,
pull
I'm
him, I'm
saying
looking
like,
at you
but I'm
stupid.
saying,
Honestly,
I'm saying like a girl 3 a year is, I think is not a bad number.
I feel like it's not a bad number either.
I
That's
really
just me
don't.
though.
Like that's
I mean,
So
but here's my thing.
respectable
Has she been in a relationship?
Could be
Now, if
smashing.
she's in a relationship in them years or she's single,
Well,
Pringle?
Right. I mean, because you
I
know, a
look at
woman
that.
might
How many
be in a
boyfriends you
relationship
had?
for 2 years,
She's in my
but
type of
she got
relationship,
6
then
bodies.
we good.
Thank you.
Is she a hoe to me?
Oh,
no.
Lord.
She said it.
He said it.
Garden
But we
tool.
was saying garden
was
tools
doing
the whole
so
time.
Garden tool.
She could garden tools. Is she a garden tool if she's in a relationship and then also smashing?
And
some-
they don't have those
Yes,
parameters
indeed.
set up. Get it
So
right.
let me ask you that.
So you saying if she got
Yeah.
a boyfriend and messing with somebody else at the same time?
That's a garden tool.
HOE.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hands
What?
Yes.
No.
take on it?
I was like, why you? Why you? Yeah.
What's your
See, y'all, let me ask you this.
If y'all don't know, if your girl,
I'm not saying. I'm just saying like.
Right. Right. Say your
We
girl.
talking about your girl.
So-
Say your girl.
So
Your
she
girl is
she's
y'all in a relationship and she
she's
step
in a
out.
relationship when she meets.
No, let me ask this. So you fine with your wife? I'ma just say your wife
Nah,
Personally.
or your old lady?
Nah.
Messing with you and somebody else.
I mean,
So,
because
what I'm
if you're in a
saying-
relationship
so
with a
do
woman,
you-
you're viewing her as your wife, and most, you know,
So
because
do you identify a girl as a garden tool if she's in a relationship but then meets somebody
They take a
and
break.
then something happens and you know what I'm saying and then you know go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So,
I mean,
'cause
right,
things
is it-
happen. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like things happen. Now
Different
we've been in
strokes for
situations as a
different
guy. Come on, now
folks.
you probably been in a relationship where you mess around and you know when you was
Right,
you
right.
see a girlfriend. You know, something just happened. It just happened that night.
I
Drinking
mean,
and
we
just
still
things-
will get that title though, right or wrong.
Yeah, y'all.
not necessarily.
It's time.
Us as men, we still gonna get that title. A woman still gonna be like, oh,
You
he
know
a-
what they're gonna say is
no.
that girl was like trying to pursue you. That's what they're gonna try to call a girl.
Man,
That's
I'd love to meet that woman that you talking about.
well, no, I mean they're gonna say you trifling, but I mean,
I mean it's the same thing. Trying
I mean,
yeah.
it's interesting to take the take on it. I think sometimes, you know, what? I
Right.
mean, I believe that every situation is different. I think if something
Oh,
happened like
Lord.
that, I mean, I really don't like to classify women as garden tools at all.
Okay.
It has to
Right,
be
right, right,
extreme.
right,
It has to
right.
be extreme. Like I mean,
Sloppy. You have to
like
be sloppy.
you have to tell me that
Ooh.
you sleeping with multiple people every
Ooh.
like week. You know, like I mean, like
Right.
you know, then
But three
I mean,
people
what
a
a-
year,
is it-
I don't
Oh yeah,
consider
like
that.
I mean, 3 years is not bad. I mean, because you're still human. Yeah, yeah. If you single, it's not that
if you in
bad.
a relationship and y'all
Hey.
work that out and that's how y'all
That's
roll, then
120
that's a different
days.
situation.
Yeah, I mean, if that's I mean,
90
if,
days,
yeah, I mean,
And think about it,
it's
we go out
365 days in a
as
year.
young people regularly.
Yeah.
So say you're going out every weekend, and then
You
so
meet new people.
you know that's 90 days. That's that's in the clubs Friday and Saturday maybe. I mean that's a lot of clubbing, but anyway.
Right.
But say you're in that, so you're going to the club at least 8 times, and
a month.
actually it's what 16. That's 16 times.
You
so,
can go home with somebody.
So you gonna hook up with somebody.
You
in
gonna
16
you
times.
gonna go here with somebody.
How y'all feel about the other person always in the club? Y'all like that or don't? I'm not a
don't.
fan.
I mean, because I'm not always in the
I
club.
don't want to be a home. I don't want nobody that's no homebody.
You don't have to go to the club. You can go to a
But no,
bar,
no,
go
no,
to
we
eat
talking
to
about-
dinner.
Y'all
can
Specific
go out.
I
days.
don't like it off.
If she already in the
off the strength.
I mean, because
She
then
always
again, you
in the
kind of
club.
know like that type of chick. 'Cause
Yeah.
you probably met her in the
'Cause you
scene,
al- you
and that's why I was
always-
telling them, man. They
You
think
meet
I'm
'em,
crazy.
that's how
Man, I
you
don't
lose.
holler at girls at the club. You know
Me-
why?
I would never
Because
do that.
I don't holler at women at the club because
It
that's
matters
the
with the
impression that I'm
situation.
getting.
You may
Yeah.
holler
What if it
with
was
different
like her
intentions.
first time
Yeah.
going out?
Right.
Like,
I know
But
that.
see, it kind of
like in a while. Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
If you're in the club, I'm looking
if
to
I'm
hit.
in the club,
That's it.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not looking for a wife
Yeah.
in the club.
No, sir.
Not
I'm looking
saying
to.
that you
Not-
can't.
I was about to
Not
say,
saying
not
that you
saying that they
can't
can't blossom
find.
into
I think you
something.
find your
Yeah.
wife in Walmart or something. Your basket
Yeah.
is hitting.
Hey,
You
man,
know,
at the library, at the library,
we got a
and
networking event.
It got some garden tools in church too, y'all.
A
though.
place
Yeah,
that
man,
you
like,
actually
They got
free
some
to
garden
yourself.
tools in
Yeah,
church
you know-
too.
Oh yeah,
though.
and I think
oh
that's
yeah, they do.
Almost that match.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
That's the- but
because they got the
hey,
same outfit on from Saturday. All they did was wake up.
they get
But you know
saved out of it.
that's something different. You know,
Next
we ain't gonna
question?
talk- yeah. So in the two that we was going
Since
with,
we flowing.
so on a should a man always pay if you go out on a date? Should a man always pay, or should a man pay every bill in the house?
I had a conversation with a friend like that. So I think like this, depending on what the financial status is in our life. So let's say I'm making a lot more money than my date, my girlfriend, or whatever you want to call it, and we at dinner. I'm most likely gonna pay. But if we have a situation where, say, I get in a situation where I'm struggling, and you mad at me, and I've been paying this whole time or something like that, then I think you should be a little bit open to paying. Like if financially, like I might not be where I was or something like that. I think you should think, oh, you should be open to paying. Then when it comes to like paying bills, you know, like I have my own spot, you know, paying bills. I feel like a man should always take care of like the house if they like they're together. Like the household. Like
Okay.
I've always
Yeah.
thought like a man
Bulk
should
of
take
bills, yeah.
like the household, like the house, you know, the light cable and stuff like that. Now you got a car, that's on you. Yeah, that's on you, baby. That's on you, baby. That's on you, baby. You know,
Y'all said it again.
that's on you.
If you
know
got
what
a
I'm
little
saying?
extra change
Yeah,
and you want to help
yeah,
her out,
Yeah,
then
you know, I might toss you something every now and then. You know, you want to go and do something like, you know, do something in the evening time. That's you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to, and you work. That's what I'm saying with somebody at work. Now, I'm not going to be in a situation where, like, I'm paying everything and then you get, what you doing with your money? You know what I'm saying? So, like, I
Exactly,
understand, like,
yeah.
I mean, you take care of the main things and then I'm going to take care of the things that I like. And then, like, I think when you do a vacation, I think the man should take care a vacation, like say a main vacation. Now,
Yeah,
when it
man,
comes to
yeah,
other
yeah.
stuff, like say we go and we go on like a little small vacation that you want to go to, I think that you should chip in on something like that.
Yeah.
But like I think you get all the bills paid for the household and you get one vacation a year. You take good,
I
you
feel
know,
like that's fair,
and I think you're
like-
being a great man by doing that. I think that
Yeah.
you're a provider but like when it comes to your car note and different stuff like that, I think your car note you should pay yourself. If you, especially a female, I think a female should definitely pay on. You know, and I mean I don't
Right.
mind helping you from time to time. That's
Yeah,
not a
like if I
problem.
got an,
You know,
if
and
you're-
I mean,
yeah.
I don't mind like when you say, hey, look, I'm short right now. Like I'm gonna toss you money, even though I'm paying everything. But in all actuality, I think that you should have some type of responsibility because what you're teaching is like, how could you be, take care of, yourself over time if I'm not there.
Exactly.
You know, you're teaching a person to be
Exactly.
independent.
Preach, buddy. Preach.
So we talking about dates.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was about to say no. That was two different questions. Because
All right.
did two different
So I'm
you're dating and then
men wise.
If you're gonna date,
If this is a
should you
new
pay?
relationship, I feel a man should pay.
Okay.
Trying to impress the lady, right?
Exactly. Hey,
I feel you should pay.
I feel like
Nah,
it's
the relationship, if it's a good, the relationship like a year or two down the line, if she asks me, she gonna pay.
Hey,
Cause our relationship established. But now, if
Exactly.
you build a relationship, a man should definitely pay.
always.
That's how I
Agreed.
feel.
Agreed. Agreed.
I just feel like the man needs to start to be
You gotta be a man.
provider.
True, yeah,
You
yeah.
start to show your sons how to be a provider.
All right.
You know, how does it look your son going to homecoming day next to the girl? You got the tab.
Oh no,
I
baby,
remember,
that's embarrassing.
I went to homecoming my
True
first
that.
time. My daddy,
You
he
might as
gave-
well
I was
not
like, why
go.
you gave me so much money, and it was really like you paying for your dates. I mean, I wasn't working at the time, so it was like, here's $100 you paying for you and your date. And that's how that goes. You don't, you teaching your men. I mean,
Yeah,
young
teaching
men how
them
to
courtship,
be.
man.
How
That's
to be.
all it
And that's what
Absolutely.
it's starting to be crazy. I'm starting to see chivalry is starting to be dead. At
Absolutely.
our grandparents did that. Opening the door for women, just being,
It's just
being
the
a
modern
man.
society.
You know what I'm saying?
That
Like
is
being a
so
man.
Yeah, a lot of men,
annoying.
that's law.
That is
Because
so
to tell you the truth,
annoying.
I think here in the South,
if a
we have
man,
it
if
more.
I see you and you don't open the door, or if I'm carrying something, that happened to me so many times. I'm carrying something up the stairs and like there's buku men around and nobody asked me. None of y'all are real men to me.
Yeah,
I think I'm still a genuine man.
It's just, but
I'm saying
watched-
like struggling.
I've
Yeah,
watched.
yeah.
not just carrying something.
Got
up the
like
stairs, that's
18
different.
books or
But
something?
if she's
Yeah.
struggling, somebody need to open up their mouth and help.
I said, let me get
Right.
that for you.
Right.
Like a woman drops something on the ground, or just I'm gonna pick it up for her.
Right,
you know,
or at least try to.
or try to,
Yeah.
just anything. Even
But
like,
I mean-
one thing that we don't see also is like a man, when a man's walking, I always was showing that a man should always walk on if the road, he should
Yeah.
always walk
Yeah,
on
you
the
walk
side
on
of
the
the
side
road.
of the road.
Side of the road.
And it's just
You
like,
walk on the side of the
That's the way
road.
you
Because think
sleep
about
too,
it.
right?
Yeah.
The man
You
next to
sleep
the door.
closest to
Yeah.
the door,
Well,
yeah.
I like the window though, because
Me too.
I sleep next to the. Hey, look, bro, I sleep
You
next
don't
to
like the door if that's the case.
Right.
Yeah,
And if
right.
somebody
You
busts
feel
in here, I'm
uncomfortable.
gonna wake up.
I'm gonna wake
Because
up,
I
but
want-
I like to look at
I
the
want to be able to.
But,
I
like
want to
when
be
the
able
sun
to pull
come
that
out,
out.
it just
Me
hit
too.
me. That just
Yeah.
But
I mean, that's
just
so crazy that you bring it up. Yeah.
But I think like walking on the side.
I
if
sleep
you
next to the
know
window,
what that
too.
does is, like,
You know, 'cause
so water,
if
say
the
somebody
car
bumps
jump
some
up,
water or
yeah.
they jump the curb,
Anything.
I can push you out the way and I can take that. And that's what you don't see a
I'm
lot
the
of.
same
a
way
man.
with my daughter,
You know,
man.
it just-
Absolutely.
and we're not teaching. Like men that have daughters need to show a daughter how a man
Hey,
needs to
absolutely.
react for them. So now our young women can start saying, "You're not a good man to me." And see, now we're starting to see a lot of women getting caught up with men that's not good men. And
'Cause they don't know.
So you need to show your daughters how to
Yep.
react towards
Yeah.
a man.
They just want
find a man,
somebody.
and
Yeah.
your young men how to be a man to you. And
Yeah, they just want. They just want to have.
Don't stop opening car
They just want to
doors.
say they want a man. all
That's
they
a
want.
big. Why not?
Need to work on that.
He's talking about
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, man. Because if it's raining,
No,
man,
I'm not talking about all the time.
I mean,
I'm
if
just
it's
saying, like,
yeah.
that's just.
I mean,
feel
you gotta
like
give her
that's sweet.
something to look forward to. If y'all dating, you can open the car door for. But if y'all just,
Oh, the first
If
time
y'all
it's
build a
serious,
relationship,
y'all,
if you build a relationship, you pay.
Yeah.
You can wear my jacket,
Yeah.
but I'm over here freezing. You know,
Y'all relationship established.
Yeah.
You open your own door, baby. I'm sorry.
Agreed.
You
yeah.
know?
I just feel like it should
Man.
be something like you said, something to look forward to.
Yeah.
Man,
So what
man.
about bills? I think the man should pay for the house for sure. I think the woman should pay towards the debt.
Right.
Me as a wealth strategist, that's how I think, you know.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The man pay the bills, the lady pay the credit card debt or whatever debt you have, student
Because
loans,
you always
whatever.
gonna ask your wife, like, baby, should we put it on the credit card or debit card? She gonna always say, put it on
Yep.
credit. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that
Pay your
bill
debt
coming
off.
back. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, hey, I
man
like
pay for
that.
everything else.
One thing also I would say about men in a household would say you're living with someone, you should always be trying to better that person. Because, I mean, you're the provider, but yet, I mean, as being a man, I think I'm not insecure about nothing at all. So like I want you to eventually, let's see how could we get you to where I'm at, financially. Let's see if we can make you an entrepreneur, or like, these mommy hustles that you see, mommy starting to do different things. And so, let's look at it to where your girl, put your girl on. Like let's build. I want a queen that that's a business owner possibly, or not even a business owner. Like let's see how you
a
can
hustler, man, who just got your hustle.
So we could both be because. So we don't have this situation where I'm here and you're there.
And then when y'all get a divorce, she want everything you got.
No, sir. No,
you ain't getting nothing from me.
And so now you want somebody, and that's another thing too. You also look in your field of where look for somebody equal to you. You want a queen.
Yeah, that was another question that we had. Would you venture out from your realm to date somebody like who didn't have as much?
I'm not.
It's like, say you're like, or you could just take for example where you are right now. Making money, living how you want to live. Say you have a female who didn't grow up like you grew up, don't know the hustles that who not making as much. Who could you groom her? Or
well, you can try.
Yeah,
I say it just depends if she want it or if she don't. If she don't want it,
don't waste. And I can tell you this: don't put so much time into it to where then what happens is you become frustrated because that person does not become, mentally wants you to be, and you get so upset with it, and then you begin to, almost being like, you pushing them to be somebody they can't ever be.
Exactly. And you gotta understand, like, it took you time to get to where you are, so that's
she ain't gonna do that overnight.
Yeah.
I say it just depends on what they want. They want it, they want it. They don't, they don't. If you want it, I'll help you get it. If you don't, you on your own, baby. I'm sorry. I'm gonna get this money.
Well, guys, it has been.
It's been real.
It's been real, man. So much knowledge, so much jewels being dropped. Again, I definitely want to thank you guys. Hey, man, y'all drove an hour, man. From Lafayette, man. Definitely want to thank you guys for stopping by, tuning in. Please tell the people one more time, what's your business, how they can contact you, and.
That's his favorite part.
Right.
That's my favorite part. So my name is Matthew Size. I'm the owner of MSJ Insurance Agency, an insurance brokerage that sells every insurance. If it has insurance behind it, I can sell it to you. I can take care of you. Also, I'm the president of the Millennial Networking Group. We are looking for new members, whether it's Baton Rouge, Lafayette, anybody that's willing to travel.
How do you join?
You can join the Millennial Networking Group by reaching out to us on Facebook at Millennial Networking Group. And we'll definitely respond to you and give you all the details on how to move forward. But also, you can reach me for insurance at 337-366-0789. And you can follow me on Instagram at Insurance Mogul. And I'm your next big politician in the state of Louisiana.
Yes, sir.
Next up and coming.
Yes,
We're
sir.
going to change some things.
Yes, sir.
All right. O'Neal Parker again, real estate investor. Own Parker Homes and Properties, Parker Property Group. Invest in Lake Charles, Lafayette, Baton Rouge, Louisiana. If you see a house with boarded up windows, tall grass, please let me know. I'll buy it. $500 to $1,000 if I buy it. Also do credit repair, business credit, and offer lines of credit as well for new businesses. Y'all can follow me, co-founder of Millennial Networking Group. And we have a Christmas party coming up. If y'all want to join, come. Y'all come and join.
Yes, sir.
Come network with us, And thank y'all for having us. I appreciate it.
No problem. Anytime y'all ready to come back.
We'll come back maybe a couple months or
Yeah.
see how life
I'll
going.
be reaching out to you real soon.
Yeah.
Hey, man, I'm glad y'all enjoyed it, man. This is what we do here at Breauxs and
Brews.
You guys have been tuned in for another episode. Again, I am your host, Abati Junquizzo, with my co-host,
Jay Fleur.
Tiffany Torre.
and our two special guests, Mr. Matt, Mr. O'Neal, and shout out to our cameraman, our artistic director, E.
Watching the game.
Don't
Hey.
forget to like.
Don't forget to like,
comment,
subscribe. Major shout out to
make suggestions.
Sports Zones, man. Look at that
course.
hospitality, man. Look at the
Look
serve.
Look at the
man.
food.
They
Man,
showed
it's
so
been
much
coming.
love.
Hey, man, they're located at 4848 Constitution Avenue here in Baton Rouge, 70808. Tranisha, our co-host, she could not make it today. Shout out, sis.
We love you.
know,
We miss you.
hey, absolutely. We knew you would love to be here, but I
You're
guess
in our hearts.
yeah, man. But I guess it's going ahead time for.
He don't want y'all to leave.
Hold on, wait. He don't want us to leave yet,
He
guys.
don't want us to leave.
He's still bringing
He don't want us to
brews.
leave.
He's
still bringing the
See this
brew.
man right here.
Hey, man. This is why you guys should be at Sports Zone. Hey, man, this is
Hey,
when you're supposed to.
toast to that.
Hey, man, we're gonna toast up the Sports Zone, man. Thank you so much, Amari. Make sure y'all stop through, man. All right, this is Breauxs and Brews, and we're signing out.